Chapter 8. When I saw all the kids walking up the lawn, converging at the brick school building, my heart went from its normal lub-dub to lub-dub-dub-dub-lub-dub-dub-dub. A bunch of girls in t-shirts that said Iron River Cheerleaders were practicing jumps and pyramids on the front lawn. They stopped and stared as Young and I went by. The kids looked normal enough, like kids anyway, but I finally figured out what was weird. They were all blonde. Blonde beyond California blonde, albino blonde. Some had hair so light you practically couldn't see individual strands, like their hair was molded out of butter. I strained to catch a glimpse of the familiar black hair and black eyes of the Asian or Mexican kids, or the dark skin of the black kids. Nope. It was a complete whiteout. Young was staring too. "Do you think people will know we're twins?" she asked. Her voice quavered a little. "We do look alike, don't we?" I said. My own voice sounded thin, like it was cracking around the edges. Man, I had to do better than this. My own little sister was taking this better than I was. My first class was biology. I trudged to the room on the second floor, took a deep breath, and walked in. Everyone got really quiet. I took a seat in the back and instinctively reached for the bill of my baseball cap, which wasn't there. At my old school, I wore my LA Dodgers hat all the time. I could hide under it if I wanted to daydream. I wouldn't have minded hiding under it now. But no more. There's a dress code here. No hats, shorts, open-toe sandals, midriff-bearing tops, and other things I can't remember. Unbelievable. The closest our old school came to that was when they said you couldn't wear gang-related stuff. I snuck a look at the guy next to me and noticed that he was wearing a t-shirt with a dazed smiley face that said "Get High" on it. Then I saw how he was staring at me. Everyone was staring. Okay, so I'm a two-headed mutant rhino so thick-skinned that I won't notice if you gawk. I try to act like I didn't care. I'm a lousy actor. The door opened and a tall, skinny man who looked like Prince Charles charged into the room. "Sorry I'm late, class," he said, glancing at the wall clock. "As you've probably figured out, I'm Mr. Minsky, your biology teacher." He looked at a sheet of paper waiting on his desk. "Chen Jung Kim, new student. Did I say your name right?" I nodded. I guess it didn't take too much for him to figure out I was the new guy. "Please call me Chan." "Okay. Welcome to Iron River High School, class. Give a hand to your new classmate, Chan Kim." Everyone clapped listlessly. I was a little disappointed that Mr. Minsky hadn't mentioned I was from LA. He just told us to put covers on our textbooks. I had to do this "Hello, I'm Chan, I'm new, thanks for the applause" routine for 3 more classes, and then it was lunch. In that time, no one had come up to me offering to be my best buddy, so I was going to have to sit alone. That's what happens when you're new. It made it 1,000,000,000 times worse, the way everyone was blabbering on excitedly to everyone. "How was your summer? Did you see so-and-so?" Just the way I'd be if I were back home. Crud. Now I didn't even know where the stupid lunchroom was. I saw this guy coming from the opposite direction. Blonde, no surprise, but he was wearing Adidas Samba's turf shoes, soccer shoes, the first I'd seen here. He looked like a player, the way he moved, shoulders flat out, arms curved but ready at his side, maybe even a wing. He had that look right down to his all-pro t-shirt. "Yo," I said. I don't know what possessed me. "Know where the lunchroom is?" He gestured vaguely in the direction I'd been heading, then he moved on. From down the hall I could hear the noise. Dishes clanking, voices at a low-key roar. I imagined sitting by myself, eating, and having a bunch of strangers watch me do it. Maybe I'd find Young. Great, we could eat alone together. Forget this, I wasn't going to play by the rules of Hicksville High. I was going to find a quiet place by myself to chew on my sandwich. I turned and took the opposite corridor to its end. A sign pointed to the gym. What the heck? I crossed a tiny indoor running track and went in. A bunch of guys, including All-Pro, were sitting on the bleachers. Most of them looked like your typical jocks. A couple of them were in black shirts and shredded jeans like the metalheads at my old school. Except that at El Caldero, the metalheads were all skinny heroin addicts in training. Every one of these guys was huge, like a lumberjack. They all stopped talking and stared at me as I walked in. "Who the hell are you?" said a guy whose muscles jumped like shot-put balls under his black Megadeth t-shirt. He had dirty blonde hair that hung in quasi-rasta clumps like a mop. "Who wants to know?" "I want to know." When Ron asks, you answer, Weege. I wasn't exactly sure what a weege was, but I figured it wasn't anything good since the guy next to him started to laugh like a hyena. This guy's hair and eyes were dark. He looked almost Mexican. I found myself staring at him, trying to figure out what he was. Hey, new guy, said Allpro. Where you from? L.A. The guys collectively all sort of went, like this development was slightly interesting to them. But I wasn't going to stand around for them. I went to a corner of the gym, sat on a bench, and inhaled my sandwich. I hadn't brought anything to drink, so the peanut butter practically strangled me on the way down. Young and I walked home together. For about 3 blocks, we didn't say anything. Then we both started talking at once. How was it? What did you think? You first, Young said. No, ladies first. It sucked. Same. We walked. Everyone is about as friendly as cacti, I said, thinking specifically of the guys at lunch, like they have so much to feel superior about. Iron River, home of an iron mine, state football champs when I was in kindergarten. Whoopee! Young took a breath. Some girl called me pancake face in the hall. Whoa, I said. What was that all about? Young shrugged. Her shoulder blades pointed out from under her shirt like wings. I think she meant my face is flat. She pushed her hand in close to her face, as if measuring it. Your face isn't flat, I said, fuming. That girl's brain is flat. Jesus. My sister gets insulted by a bigoted yahoo on our first day of school. That's all I needed to hear. When we got home, there was a smell of cookies baking. We could hear Mrs. Knudsen saying to Oma, So you just flatten them out with a fork like this after you dip them in sugar to get that crisscrossy pattern. Easy, yeah? Young and I had warm cookies, something we'd never had before because Oma was always busy working, and we felt a little better.